From the surface, the world's oceans appear to be completely empty, a massive, featureless expanse of blue water extending all the way to the horizon. Surviving in this endless liquid desert presents a serious mechanical challenge, especially for a predator as small as a baby shark. Finding food and shelter requires navigating an intimidating volume of space. Dropping just 30 feet below the surface reveals a radically different environment, a dense, bustling metropolis of coral rock and limestone. To navigate the crowded reef, a shark relies on its caudal fin. Sweeping this tail side to side displaces water backward, generating extreme forward thrust. Because thrust comes from the rear, the rigid front half acts as a steering wheel, smoothly weaving through tight coral corridors. The shark relies on this highly specialized anatomy to exploit the geometry of a specific, densely packed underwater neighborhood, thriving precisely because of the reef's complex architecture. Down in these deeper reef layers, physical space is at a premium. Millions of distinct organisms share the exact same coordinates without constantly colliding or competing for identical resources. A bony fish, like a clownfish, has a rigid skeleton built for rapid darting. An invertebrate, like a jellyfish, is completely soft. These vastly different body shapes require entirely different strategies for moving through the water. This diagram shows the mechanics of marine jet propulsion. A jellyfish navigates the water column by contracting its bell, which forces a jet of water straight down. Physics dictates an equal, opposite reaction, creating an upward lift force that pushes the animal toward the surface. A sea turtle takes a different approach, relying on large front flippers shaped like airplane wings. These biological hydrofoils generate lift as water flows over them, creating a smooth, continuous horizontal glide. When you map these behaviors, you get fish wiggling laterally, jellyfish pulsing vertically, and turtles gliding horizontally. They move through the exact same patch of reef, but their mechanical differences isolate them into separate movement lanes. Every unique movement style allows an animal to harvest resources from its own specific lane. This efficient division of ecological space allows a massive variety of species to coexist in very tight quarters. That division of space continues well beyond the coral rock. The entire water column is layered, extending from the sandy ocean floor all the way up to the sky above. Marine mammals, like dolphins, are biologically tied to that uppermost layer. Because they have lungs instead of gills, they must regularly break the ocean surface for air, bridging the deep marine environment with the atmosphere. Avian scavengers like seagulls patrol this surface boundary. By snatching small fish forced upward by the dolphins below, seagulls pull cavaries directly out of the ocean and transfer them into the terrestrial food web. Plunge 100 feet straight down from that active surface, and the environment changes completely. Away from the crashing waves and fast-moving predators, the ocean floor is a slow, methodical habitat. This bottom layer is called the benthic zone. Creatures here, like starfish and crabs, survive by slowly crawling across the sandy substrate, scavenging and recycling organic material that continually drifts down from above. This chart plots the density of life across the ecosystem. You can see massive spikes in biological volume right at the surface layer and down at the seabed, framing a comparatively sparse mid-water zone. A marine ecosystem is a stacked, vertical tower of life, extending from the deepest sand to the salt spray in the air. As the sun sets and light levels drop, the activity across those layers begins to shift. Daytime foragers seek shelter in the rock, and nocturnal hunters start to emerge from the deeper water. The tiny shark, the gliding turtles, the breaching mammals, and the crawling scavengers all operate on these overlapping schedules, forming a single integrated community. 1, 2, 3, let's dive down deep. 4, 5, 6, no time to sleep. 7, 8, 9, splash with glee. 10 little waves across the sea. Preserving these specific habitats ensures the physical stability needed for the entire community to function. The ocean is a delicate, interconnected neighborhood. Our responsibility is to protect its physical balance, so the biological machinery keeps running smoothly. And as long as that system stays intact, there will always be a vibrant, bustling underwater world to return to on another day.